It's Tuesday afternoon in early May of 2021. When I ended last week's episode, I was en route to my girlfriend Shannon's apartment to help her move out and move into the Winnebago Revel so that we could travel together full time. I'm still going to be traveling in Orangie, and then I'm going to orbit Shannon's position in the Revel and then reconnect with her every weekend using the Revel sort of as a mothership or a base camp. We already gave this travel model a trial run for several weeks earlier this spring, and it worked out great. You're probably all too familiar with the process of moving. It's a frustrating, time-consuming, and hair-pulling ordeal. We still have pretty much to do. All of the big stuff, the large furniture, is out of Shannon's apartment, and it's in storage. But you know the aftermath to that when you have all these piles of little stuff that you have to organize, sort, and store, and decide what to do with? That's the stage that we're at right now when the end is so tantalizingly close. Now, the Revel is a different story. It's not remotely ready. We've been using it as a moving van. I just found that in the refrigerator, Sir Kensington's salad dressing, which is delicious, spilled all over the place. Trust me, it smells a lot better on your salad than it does spilled all over the inside of your van. But she needs to be out of her apartment by the end of the day tomorrow, and there's just no way that we're going to have the van all dialed in before she's all moved into it. When you're just setting off for the first time for mobile living, I don't think it's possible to get everything just right. You can only get it as good as you can get it, and then you let time do the rest. You gradually figure out how to optimize your layout, what gear you need, what gear you don't, and this is no exception. It's going to be the exact same process. Late model Mercedes Sprinters are plagued with an issue where there's a loose power steering hose from the factory. It's a very common issue, and there are recalls for some VIN numbers, while others there are not. And I checked with the dealer, there is not a recall open to have the power steering hose fixed for this van. I looked under the hood, and sure enough, the hose for this thing is on the verge of slipping off. It's not leaking, and I still have functionality, but it could be catastrophic out on the trail or along the highway somewhere. I actually went and sat down at a dealer here in Colorado, and they're aware of the issue, and they said as long as it's still attached and it's not leaking, then it's not a problem. It's not something that we're going to cover under warranty. Now, I'm sure that every dealer service department is different, and others might look at the issue and say, yeah, that's a problem, we'll get you fixed right up. But I have to admit, it was disheartening to sit down at the dealer, at the desk, and be told face to face that, sorry, we don't fix this unless it fails catastrophically. Now, fortunately, this isn't a big deal to fix. I'm going to get in there, push the hose back on the line, install a new hose clamp, and I should be good to go. I use 14 to 16 millimeter fuel injection clamps, and instead of detaching the line completely and slipping the clamp over the end, which would have introduced air into the system, I opened up the clamp and then I closed it around the line, and the challenging part was rethreading the clamp screw in such confined space. Alright, that's not going anywhere. So although it wasn't hard, it took about an hour of mostly just frustration of having trouble reaching something. Still, that was much more painless than waiting for it to fail and dealing with it by the side of the road. Oh. Nice. It's Thursday morning, and we're out of the apartment. The old apartment is clean, it looks great, and we turned in the keys last night. Orangie's still a muddy mess from last week, and the Revel is in shambles, still being used as a moving van. Some of this stuff I am going to take care of right now, because we no longer have room inside for the Maxtrax. And just in time, I got the Maxtrax mounting kit from Agile Off-Road. So I'm going to install this right now and get the Maxtrax out of the way. Very nice hardware from Agile Off-Road. These are mounting brackets for Maxtrax, specifically for the Winnebago Revel. Also, I have a mounting pin set from Maxtrax, a bag of fasteners, and installation instructions for something else. We are in luck. Agile Off-Road has all of their installation guides online on their website. Ow. I put the Maxtrax mounting pins in the centermost holes, and I also slid the solar panel just a tad to the passenger side to make it all fit. There we go. It's a snug fit, but honestly, one of these Maxtrax boards is awkwardly sized. So it's possible that I have a mix of different generations of Maxtrax boards here. To access the recovery boards, all I have to do is flip these 4 tabs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now they just slide right off the pins. miscellaneous disinfecting wipe, Clorox, rags. I want these for Orangie.
Yeah, you want those for Orangie.
Alright, this is definitely storage.
Yep.
And vacuum storage.
Let me just see if there were a few things in here that...
That's where I put your...
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you, love.
Picture of Finnegan?
Picture of Finnegan. If we can put it in here, that would be wonderful.
I would love to keep it with us. We'll figure out a way.
Okay.
Adventures afoot. No, not really. Not this.
Think it'll fit?
Yeah, this is just the few remaining items we had at the apartment that need to go into storage.
Yeah. Can I help?
I'm good.
Plenty of room.
Uh-huh. Keep these near your sup.
Yep.
Okay, and triple bin.
Yep.
Just pretty much right.
That
right here.
works. That's it.
Ready to rock.
Ready to rock.
You know, I am just as excited about the Revel as I am the Jeep. They both serve the same spiritual purpose, to roam, but they both inspire me in different ways. I would say Orangie inspires me due to the Jeep's mobility. I don't feel like any place is out of reach in the Jeep, and that is huge. It's irreplaceable. The Winnebago inspires me differently. It inspires me to travel just like Orangie does, but I'm inspired by how it enables us to be extremely comfortable almost anywhere. If you're just getting into overland travel, which is defined a little bit differently by everyone, and you're trying to decide what type of vehicle do I get. While overland travel is typically motorized, vehicle-supported adventure, I personally believe that it is platform agnostic. It doesn't matter what kind of vehicle you drive, because overland travel to me is more of a philosophy. It's about traveling and exploring and experiencing new places. I live to explore the backcountry, so the 4x4 component is extremely important to me. But you can have an extraordinary adventure no matter what you choose to drive. So this week didn't go quite as I expected, and honestly I didn't know what to expect because, you know, that's just the nature of moving. But we got it done. Shannon and I are starting a new chapter on the road together, and next week we'll be back in the field. I'm going to cut this episode a little bit short, but I hope you enjoyed this glimpse into our move, and of course the modifications and improvements I made to the Revel. As usual, thanks for following along, and I will catch up with you again next week.